it's a very forgiving aircraft. It's got a lot of power if we're light. Actually piloted, I mean, it's pretty fun. It's pretty responsive. It's overpowered a lot of the time, which means you can just do a lot more with it. You can climb out pretty steep.
Well, I think when you talk about the C-17 and airlift, it's got to be right up there with one of the most important missions we have. I mean, as far as the military goes, I mean, logistics are a huge factor. Being able to take a lot of people, right now we can take up to 158 passengers, or hauling cargo, we can haul up to roughly 170,000 pounds of cargo. Being able to take that all around the world, or in this case in Afghanistan, and on top of the fact that we can land on runways as short as 3,500 feet, it's really important, it's really vital, it's necessary in order for us to be a successful Air Force.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to fly. A lot of what we do, though, is just systems management, as you can see. You know, I'm down here in the computer, typing away, getting the flight plan ready, or we're up here just managing the system, not actual flying for the most part. And that's just, they have autopilot. It kind of reduces fatigue on the pilots to not constantly be monitoring every variable there. So most pilots will can fly up to, you know, through the departure, but we have the capability to get on autopilot from like 200 feet above the ground all the way down to 200 feet. But most of us, because we like flying, will hand fly it for a while longer than that.
This is, I would say, by far the best airplane in the inventory for seeing the world, and it's also a fun airplane to fly too.
What we do out here is mostly passenger movements in and out, because it's still the threat in Afghanistan warrants military people to still do the airlift in and out of Afghanistan for personnel.
On today's mission, we were doing what we normally do out here, which is hauling passengers with some cargo, but it's mainly passengers, bringing them in and out. Today we hauled troops down to Kandahar. Not too many, but we're taking back a pretty large load of troops back to Manas.
I think everybody came out of the terminal with that big old smile when we saw the C-17 here, and as we're approaching the aircraft and getting into our seats, I mean, the crew itself, they were all excited too as well. They had a good attitude and positive spirit.
The best part is taking the troops out of Afghanistan. It's really satisfying, like if they've come back from maybe a rough deployment or maybe not, but either way, you know, those Army guys do 9 months or 12-month deployments, same with Marines.
It's satisfying knowing that you're making a big impact on the mission out here by supporting the guys on the ground, taking them in and out of theater.
I think it's part of it is us, because we're going home, it excites them, and they just turn right around and excite us back that we're going home.
For the Air Force, for the military to have this capability, the airlift capability, to move as much cargo as we can move, and the C-17 is a really reliable aircraft, as reliably as we can, and quickly is awesome, and it's awesome to be a part of it. Like it's so cool to get to fly all around the world and to be ready, you know, at 24-hour notice to go anywhere in the world. It's pretty, it is pretty meaningful. Like it's a definitely high job satisfaction for what we do.
They provide a critical mission for us, because otherwise, you know, who knows how we'll get home. But knowing that the Air Force is out here taking care of us, that's a good feeling.